Hi everybody, this is Jeff Veale, the business guru, late in the afternoon, doing another 15 minutes of fame. We've done about 90 this month, guys, and we're wrapping it up. We've got about 4 more to go. Oh, I'm glad. They've been fun and exciting. I've been meeting interesting people from all over the world, and none more interesting than my next guest. I'm going to tell you all about her under the little light. It's dark here, under my candlelight, guys. We have Miss Jacqui Bowden, or Bowden, and current job title, Healing and Empowerment Coach for Mums, a divine coach, Jacqui, and PSYCH-K and facilitator, and she'll tell you all about this. She knows more about than I ever will, and parent effectiveness coach, and she's the company is Divine Coach Jacqui, and she's into spiritual coaching and education. She's going to tell you all about this, guys, and part of her journey. And she's been in the industry for 5 years, and she'll tell you how she came to be in the industry and how she can help you. She's a leading healing and coaching empowerment person for mums who want to change their perspective on motherhood. She'll spiritually guide mums to heal their deep-rooted subconscious programming and embody divine female leadership, becoming a parent they always hope to be, and by guiding them through the journey and remembering their innate personal power that they have as a parent, with a heart-centered and healed place to bring forward a new generation of empowered children. In other words, help spread the word, guys, put people on the right track, right? Key achievements, there's lots of them here. It's like the encyclopedia. I'm currently training to become a globally endorsed PSYCH-K instructor, and there's only 33 in the world, I'm told, and she's going to be one of them very soon, and delivering worldwide, established over 40 years ago. It's a spiritual process with psychological benefits. It makes changes at the level of the subconscious mind where all behavior originates, guys. If you're told you're ugly or you're told you're useless, for a long time, guys, unless you get out of that mindset, you grow up thinking that. I had a motivational speaker when I was 8, and every day when he combed my hair, my stepfather, he told me, "Shit, you're an ugly kid. You'll always be a labourer." So as soon as I left school, I picked up the paper and I went looking for labouring jobs, because I believed that for about 10 years, guys, until I flipped the coin one day. Anyway, another story. As Dr. Bruce Lipton, PhD, shares, PSYCH-K has created a wonderful life for me. PSYCH-K is a go-to tool for reshaping and reprogramming our subconscious beliefs. And I could go on a lot more about this, but I'm going to let the expert talk to us about that. And personal motto and philosophy: heal yourself and free your children. Good philosophy there. So it's my great pleasure to introduce Jacqui Bowden. Good evening, Jacqui. How are you?
I'm wonderful, Jeff. How are you doing?
I'm stressed to the max, but I'm all right. I'll take a deep breath. I'll take some of your courses, and I'll come out good the other end.
Yeah,
When I see someone like you, it energizes me already, just to see someone, with your spirit and energy. Tell me about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your current career path.
Right. Well, to kick it off, I guess, self-healing. When you self-heal, when you go through that process, it's one of those things where life will never be the same. Life's not going back to business as usual once you self-heal. And so explaining what that kind of means in a bit more depth is I really fell very, very ill after the birth of my first son, who's now 8. He was about 1 at the time. When I say fell ill, I mean like instantly overnight. I was completely allergic to my world, sort of like the girl in the bubble. There's a chronic autoimmune condition known as mast cell activation, where we kind of just get hypersensitive to every environment you can imagine. So I've moved in and out of houses. I ate 10 foods for 1 year because I couldn't tolerate anything else, hospitalized every second week, and all of that with and a lot more, but all of that while, raising a newborn child. Lots of medication, lots of, thousands of dollars at the doctors and the naturopaths, with nothing really touching the surface. In fact, making it worse.
Take a pill and come back and see me in 2 weeks. That sound familiar?
Yeah, had a lot of that. Had a lot of people turn their back on me because I wouldn't take their pills, actually. And this was the beginning of might say the redhead fire, might say a bunch of things, but at the end of the day, it was a deeper knowing that I was actually meant to heal myself, I believe. Anyway, like moving forward, once I realized that it's actually a beautiful story. I'd waited 6 months at least to see 6 to 8 months to see this allergist. He was like my final hope of living a normal life. I'm still a very sick woman. I'm not functioning. Everyone else is looking after my child, my friends, my husband.
Wow.
Anyway, rolling into this office. Here I go, the allergy specialist office where they make you wait an extra hour because,
Yeah,
they
I know
do.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, my bag full of papers that have got everything I'm allergic to in the world, which is this thick, trying
Yeah.
to be hyper vigilant at all. And as soon as I walked through this guy's office, he just looked at me, didn't
Yeah.
open my mouth, and he said, "This was always going to happen to you. Look at your hair, look at your eyes, look at your skin." And I was raised, when we talk about childhood, which we'll get to, I had great parents, but I was raised with a victim mindset. Everything was happening to me in my life. And so in that moment, based on the way I was raised and programmed, I should have fallen on the floor in a heap, right? I should have just given up. He was it. It was the end of the road for me.
Yep.
And I didn't. Something in that moment, I would say awakening, something snapped, and a voice kind of said, "It's all good. You're going to heal you." And he faded. He actually faded. I've never experienced anything like it. I couldn't hear what he said. Cost me an arm and a leg to be there. And I didn't hear another word. All I knew was, and I actually felt a moment of safety in my body. I couldn't say I had ever felt in my life in that moment because I knew I was in my own hands, right?
Yeah.
And
You're in the right space.
profound. I was in the right space, and I walked, and everything that's in succession that happened, the things that came into my world were all to help me self-heal, so I can now teach women exactly how to do that, so their kids don't have to, because that's the bottom line.
Awesome stuff. Tell me, basically, what's been the most challenging aspect of your work, and how have you overcome it?
So for me, once getting through all of that, and I'll talk about the way I do it, but it's balance. I want to say balance in this world, as a woman, as a female with the passion and a wanting to make an impact and serve. It's been balance. It's actually believing, and you're going to hear me say belief a lot because that's what I do, right? Belief work.
Sure.
It's believing I can have everything I want. I was the selfish little girl. I wanted everything. I used to get called Veruca Salt because she was out of Willy Wonka. I want the world, Veruca. That was what you talked about your stepdad. Like, I got labeled Veruca Salt because I knew I was worthy as a little girl and I wanted the world, and I got shut down with it. And so for me, I never lost that knowing that I'm bloody worthy of everything I want in the world, and it's not selfish, and I'm going to make it happen. So, but for me, it's about balancing the belief I can have it all and being a mother and getting that to integrate and, live my truth, live something in the middle that belongs to me, not other people.
Fantastic. Tell us an important moment in your career that virtually, I guess, you started as part of that helped you change your direction. Is that when you came across your final doctor? Was that the turning point for you?
I'd love to say I wasn't working in the healing space at all then. I was very, very, back in the kind of, stone age with what I believed about life then. So if I could be honest, in my career, which has been about 5 years of doing, rapid mindset work with people, being a specialist in the subconscious mind and how we heal, would have actually been when I decided to homeschool, because my son was he was in school. See, this is what I'm saying, balance, right? He was in school living my truth, which I know is to be the person imparting beliefs to my children. Like, I don't know what teachers believe. I would say they're stressed. I would say that worked, and here I am doing belief work, and yet I'm sending my child to a school. They're telling me he's got all sorts of problems and not engaging, right? And I remember the day, I tell my women that I empower this very often, this story where I was, driving him to school every day. He was so sad, and he liked parts of it, but we would drive there, and then at the end of the night, I would heal his subconscious. I would go in when he was in bed, and I would use PSYCH-K, the tool I'm going to talk about. I'd clear out the pain and the shame and the trauma. And then you know what I'd do, Jeff? I'd get back in the car and drive him back the next day. And I thought,
wow,
what am I doing, Jack? Epiphany, this one day, epiphany. And I drove my car in there. I walked into the office and I gracefully said, "We won't be back at the end of term." I didn't know what I was going to do. Like, it gives me goosebumps. I did not know how it was going to work. I was coaching one-to-one. I was healing using PSYCH-K facilitation with one-to-one clients, and he's at school and I've got another, baby that was here, and I was having people help. And all of a sudden changed. So that changed the direction of my business because I knew no longer could I do one-to-one appointments. I had to find another way.
Great journey.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a school story. My daughter, who was about, I think, 14 at the time, roughly, and the teacher told them to go home and write a composition or essay about a superhero. This is a funny story. And she wrote about her dad, and she got an F because she said, "No, Jessica, you got to write write about a real hero, like Superman or Batman." and that's school for you. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Here's the kid, you know.
Yeah, they've got
exactly what you're talking about. Exactly. You know, look at it. And I was laughing, you know, and she stood up for herself. She's a very determined young lady. Yeah, but she's still got an F. It doesn't matter. Then we went to the parent teachers night, and the geography teacher, we go to the geography teacher. You got to go to teacher by teacher, and the geography teacher has got a nose ring at a really posh girls' school, a nose ring, and wearing a Sergeant Pepper's bloody jacket with epaulets on it. And I'm thinking, what the F is this place all about? And she's a geography teacher. You know, and I'm thinking, oh, God save me. When I went to school, it was, you know, the male teacher had grey pants and a white shirt and a blue tie, and the females had something similar with a nice skirt or nice slacks, but not anymore. They do whatever they like. Unbelievable. Never mind. Don't get me started on that. So I know what you're talking about. Tell me, what, in your opinion, what are the key qualities or skills that you believe have contributed to your success over the years?
Okay. So you're gonna courage. I'm a very courageous person. I've just told you a couple of stories there. How self-healing and turning away from a system that was keeping me comfortable because it was helping me with my child, but it wasn't authentic to me. And so I'm going to say courage because I do really step out of the standard. Belief. So I'm going to say that again. Belief in myself. Like I'm in intense belief in myself.
Have an open mind. Yeah.
Yeah, just believe you can. Yeah. Why would you believe you can't when you're in charge of your own beliefs? You get to choose if I can or can't. I feel like why wouldn't you believe the best you possibly can about yourself, right?
Absolutely. Why be a pawn in the game, guys? If life's a game of chess, guys, most of you are a pawn. Jacqui and myself, we're something like a knight, guys. We're all over the board. You never know where we're going to be next, right? Because we're out there exploring. You know, it's no status quo for us. That's how it is. Right.
Oh, my poor husband. I will say my husband's had a few near heart attacks because I change and I just do it.
That's the one. Tell me, how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field? I think you're a natural. I think you're a born motivator. But tell me a bit about it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like I do get that a bit. Do you know what? I really want to actually give kudos here to the tool that I use, which is PSYCH-K. PSYCH-K is a rapid mindset change modality that I learned when I started self-healing. It was touching the surface of what was going on in my body until I accessed my subconscious mind, which is very scientific. It's not woo-woo. It's like we have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. The subconscious is 95% of your consciousness. So we're out there buggerizing around with our 5% all day long, stressing ourselves about everything.
I get all that. Yeah.
And so all of this stuff. So I have that in my hands every day. So I stay innovative because I can shift my beliefs in minutes. So when I want something and I desire something and I can see it and taste it and touch it, I just make sure my beliefs match it. It's that simple. So like people say, how do you homeschool your children? I have a homeschool hub here, 10 boys every week. They come. We've got a teacher at my property. I live on property. Yep. And, they're like, how do you do that and run a business and serve the community? And I'm like, my beliefs, babe, like my beliefs. So if I could say it's about
being organized, right? Doesn't hurt to be organized.
But having good beliefs about organization too. It's kind of everything,
That's right. Yeah. Have a system, guys. Have a system. Look, McDonald's guys have got a system where they get 15-year-old kids around the world to run multi-million-dollar businesses, and they can't get the same kids to clean their bedroom. So it's all about having a good system, right? Think about it. Yeah. Tell us about a recent project or achievement with someone you're particularly proud of.
Sure. So this gets a little woo-woo, but I won't go too far into the woo of it. But I will say that when I really got into the guts of what I wanted to do, things just arrived to me. And again, I count that to having beliefs and letting go and allowing things to arrive. And I actually wrote a chapter in a multi-author best-selling novel recently. So, well, it wasn't a novel; it was a multi-author book about Egypt and codes, and just some really interesting takes on the new codes of ancient Egypt. And it was all my authentic story, and it felt really bloody cool to write that. I've not got any formal training, but my high level coach, my energy coach, supported me to do that. And I got to be with women in that container that just grew me as a human being, and then I was able to serve my women and the people I coach in profound ways. So that's been the most recent thing I would mention. Yeah,
pretty awesome. What advice would you give someone aspiring to sort of get involved in your program and following your footsteps? What would you tell them?
I would say come and train in PSYCH-K.
That's
to me that's the tool I use. I use it daily. It's not disempowering that we can't do something ourselves. It's just about getting that 95% of the mind to work with you and not against you. It's kind of simple. And so, I would say if you want anything, start with getting some sort of a tool that helps you to do that easily, because most people, I think, fail or pull back because it just gets too hard repeatedly. And in my world, I just look at that as a program pushing against what I want. And then now I have a tool to change the program. Things seem easy, and other people go, how? And so I think we all came here to live an easy life. It's all crap that we should suffer. Humans aren't meant to suffer, and you just need a tool. So I would say get a tool and shift your beliefs to be what you bloody well want. Like, we've all been picked up our childhood stuff and our church stuff and our school stuff, and we're all carrying around in big bags. And it's like, what about
I like that. Yeah. Throw the bags
what if you
away.
drop the bag tomorrow?
Yeah,
throw the bags, and how much space is left to create then, So that's my motto.
And most of you watching this and listening, you've got more than half your life ahead of you. So you can change. You're not a tree. Move, change, question things, turn the TV off and make up your own mind about the world. Right. Tell me, what we've got the advice. Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future? Obviously, you want to do your course and help more women.
So obviously complete my instructorship, as you said at the beginning, 33 instructors only worldwide of PSYCH-K. It's a beautiful, beautiful modality. So I want to get that done. I want to, obviously spread that, but I want a global movement. I want to really form a global movement around divine mothers. Like, I'm all about the divine feminine, and divine masculine, to be honest. If we all just if we sat in our own seats, being feminine and masculine, I think, there'd be so much more harmony, but we're all trying to be one another. And so I want to start a global movement, but for mothers, because I really know my mission is children. Technically, I'm here for kids, and the way I can serve kids in my journey is to support their mothers to heal. So that's what I do. It's what I do every day. And I just want that to grow and grow. And I've got so many supporters now, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. So it's exciting.
No, it is. It's an awesome journey. And you're certainly an advocate of it. Tell me, how can listeners reach out and find out more about you and your wonderful program? And more importantly, I'm sure you're happy to take a call from someone and explain what you do and have a cup of coffee over the phone and tell people all about the system, yeah?
I'd love that. I've actually got a link, Jeff. I'm happy to share with you for a free connect call with me, always. Free 15-minute, 20-minute connect call. Best way is, honestly, I'm on socials. I don't know if all your listeners are on social.
They are,
so you'll find me on Facebook. It's just Jacqui Bowden, which I'm sure you'll have in the podcast details.
I will.
I have a beautiful, for any mothers that are watching that are feeling connected to what I speak about healing so their children are free. I have a free Facebook group where I've got over 450, 500 members, and I do live training every week, just free live training. They can
love it.
That's called Divine Mothers Rising, Fearlessly Feminine.
When do you do that? A certain day and a certain time every week? Same time, same place, sort of thing?
Yeah. Same time, same place. So inside the group, Divine Mothers Rising, Fearlessly Feminine, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Australian Eastern Standard. Awesome. I do an hour free training, and I'm actually tomorrow. I've actually got a webinar on that. I've got women coming to. So there's that. I'm on the PSYCH-K International Facilitator website. That's got my name because I facilitate the process. Instagram, I'm Divine Coach Jacqui, and LinkedIn, Jacqui Bowden. And you can email me. That's cool.
You're
like
everywhere.
I'm transparent.
You're everywhere.
Yeah.
You're everywhere.
I am.
I'm going to find a piece of paper stuck to a pole with your name on it, I'm sure.
I'll send you that too.
Yeah, guys, Jacqui's been an awesome guest, but tell before we wrap it up, tell us a fun fact that most people don't know about you.
Well, I was thinking about this. What comes to me is, I'm a divine feminine coach, but on the weekends I'm out riding motorbikes with my 2 boys.
Fantastic, awesome, love it, love it. With your helmet on, with your helmet on, I hope.
Always, I'm a boy mum. I'm always about helmets and knee guards. Don't worry.
Yeah, good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. That's the way, guys. Do these things with safety, guys. So guys, we're going to wrap this up, but if you'd like to have 15 minutes of fame, you've missed out. I'm sad to tell you, missed out. But good news is so many people have reached out and asked me, we're going to do something very similar next month. We're going back to Stars on Spotlight. So if you want to be a star, and we'll put you all over Reddit, Quora, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube with all your social links, guys. And think about it, a TV commercial's $30,000. 10 radio spots are going to set you back between 3,000 and 5,000. We'll put you all over the world, guys, for free. So if you're the right type of person for us, the right fit, please feel free to reach out. Last words before we wrap this up, please, Jacqui.
Just heal yourself, free your children, ladies. I mean, I'm here for everyone, but if you haven't started the healing journey yet, it's the best way to a free life. So
yeah, reach out. All right. Thanks very much, Jacqui. So
welcome, Jeff. Lovely chatting.
There you go. No one was hurt. Did that turn off? I think it did. Let me have a look.